This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. It's now time for our entertainment segment, which means we're talking movies, and this morning it's all about the scary movies.
That's right. Not a normal time of the year to see scary movies. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, just
3D.
came out in 3D.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talked about this a little bit throughout the creation of the new 3D. I haven't found very many movies that I can justify in 3D, you know, because you're paying more for it. But this movie, honestly, if you're going to go see it, I'm going to suggest people go see it in 3D. It's worth the extra couple bucks for it. For once, I can justify the extra dollars for it because of the parts where the chainsaw does come out of the screen. It is pretty cool.
And you said that there was one shot of it where it was like you were under the table or whatever hiding, and the chainsaw was coming.
Yeah, she crawls into a coffin and he finds her and he sticks the chainsaw through, and they make you look like you're the one looking at the top of the and the chainsaw comes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So with it being a remake, and then obviously we've seen plenty of Texas Chainsaw Massacre over the year.
Yeah.
I mean, you said that it kind of follows the story to a point, and then it kind of like picks up where all the others drop off.
Exactly. The problem we've had with all the other remakes of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the fact that they try to recreate the original, and a lot of people then have to compare it to the original. And the reason the original was so scary was, and this sounds bad, was how terribly it was shot. The quality was not good, the production value was not good, but that's what made it scary. It gave it kind of a Blair Witch Project kind of feel to it because it was so terribly made. But that's what made horror movies so good back in the days. You know, I just showed you the original Evil Dead movie. It was a terribly shot movie, but that's what made it scary, is it almost made it feel like you found a home video and you were watching it. So what they did with this one is they play for like the first 10 or 15 minutes, they play the original out to where we understand what happened in the original, and then they kind of pick up from that point and go on with the storyline, which you should do with not necessarily would make it a remake, would make it a sequel to the original. And the storyline is really kind of blah. You know, that was kind of one of the downsides to it. You expect what is going to happen. You can predict what's going to happen just because it's a horror movie, and they're trying to make it a little more able for us to familiarize with it for our time period. Right. So you can kind of predict what's going to happen in some parts of it. So it's a little terrible.
Acting wise,
this is a horror movie.
Yes.
You know, they don't get you in front of the camera because you're a good actor. They get you in front of the camera because you're a cute girl or you're an attractive guy, and that's why they have it. But you expect that with these horror movies. So they did a good job for a horror movie in their casting of it. So I like the storyline at the end. I think it was a direction we kind of didn't expect it to go. We don't think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is going to go, and it actually kind of makes you feel kind of root for Leatherface in this movie. So it's different. Okay. It's different. So,
all right, so definitely not a family movie.
No.
What about a first date movie?
Unless she's or he is into horror movies.
Because you said your wife didn't go with you last night.
Nope, she stayed at home. So unless you're into horror movies, this is not a date movie.
All right, and out of 5 stars?
I'm going to give it 3.
Oh, I almost thought you were going to say 2.
No,
I had to slap you on live TV.
That's good. Okay. Well, so 3. Yep.
All right. We'll be right back.